This is Sam. Sam loves my truck. As dirty as it is, he loves my Ford Ranger. And every time I stop it, he comes and lays down in the shade or follows me around. But Sam's a Ford guy. Well, it's feed day. It's been a while since I've done a video, but they got three bags of goat feeder and 7 of half-inch cow cake to get me through another week. We did get some rain, and I don't know if I've shown the last calf that we had. It's Ginger. They're all growing, and I have one new one, I think, and we'll see if we can go for the hunt for the next calf that's been born. So we'll try again, but first the feed. Well, I fixed the feed. It's ready to go. I'm fixing to go feed the cows. And there's a bale of hay for today. It's impossible to find round bales. This is called Tipton hay, and the cows seem to like it. They're heavier bales for what you'd pay for coastal. And I started some beet pulp in the buckets. Let those fill out, and I'm fixing to go feed the mob and see what's going on. Yesterday Kevin didn't come up at all, and my four-wheeler's on the fritz, so I was a little worried about him, but he was up today, so I don't know where he was hid out. Maybe he was babysitting the new calf that we have yet to find. This is the frame of my chicken tractor. It's going to be mobile. The truck is a 2006 Dodge, but it's got some issues up front, so it would cost more than what the truck's worth to fix it, but it'll make a perfect little mobile chicken coop, and I'll use the poultry netting. The pullets are just about outgrown their chicken tractor, so they're going to be laying soon, so it's time to move them. So maybe this will work. My carpentry's not the greatest, but I did it by myself. You can see they're waiting on hay, but we're going to change up the routine a little bit because I don't feel like being mobbed when I put out this bale of hay. So I'll go feed them over at the loafing shed and change this situation around. This is Kevin's last day with us today. He didn't come up for feed on Wednesday, and I thought, well, something's wrong, and I looked for him, and I couldn't find him over in this area of thick mesquite and cactus. But I thought, well, he'll come on up. And when I came in yesterday on Thursday, he was up, and I could see him. He was over there kind of laying down like this, and I went and unloaded feed and came back to feed them, and he had gotten up and he was limping, so I went to go look, and I'll put the picture on with this. But he'd broken his back foot. Took a picture, sent it to the vet. The vet said there's nothing to be done. It'll never heal right. He won't be able to continue to breed our cattle. We got Kevin back October last year, 21. And he's given us 4 calves, and actually one more. I just haven't seen it yet. And I think he's bred 3 of them again, 3 of the heifers again. It's just a hard part of raising animals. And we're 45 minutes from town. I don't know that we could load him on a trailer. So we're going to put him down and process him if there's not too much swelling. It doesn't look like there's any swelling on the foot. So that's what's going to happen today. It's a hard day. You get attached to these. Very gentle bull. I mean, he couldn't exactly get up there and ride on him or anything, but scratch his head, and he wasn't too scared of anybody. But it's a sad day. Well, I started making this video Thursday afternoon. I brought in some feed, unloaded it, took a little small clip of that. Got the cow feed in the back of the truck, drove up here. I'd been a little worried about Kevin because he didn't come up for feed Wednesday. Well, when I got out here, I went over and fed the girls over at the barn, and noticed he wasn't coming, so I went over there, took him a little bit of food because he'd been having problems with some of his hooves kind of cracking and trying to break. I looked at his back hoof, and it was broken, not hoof, but his ankle. Took a picture of it and sent it to the vet. The vet said there's no fixing that. So after that, the video went out the window, and started making arrangements. And my son came out. We decided we had a couple of options, see if it got better. And he was in a lot of pain. He was moving around, but in a lot of pain. Or take him to Lone Star Beef, and if he can load him and send him 45 minutes to town, and then if he can even get off, that they would take him, pay me 90 cents a pound. So we opted to process Kevin, and my son came out the next morning and dispatched him, and we took the backhoe and skinned him out and processed him. And even at that time, I had a cow that had a calf, knew she had had a calf, but hadn't seen it. And she did come up with her little calf, and I think it's a bull calf. But this is kind of a little bit of an ode to Kevin. We still have this little girl right over here, Millie. She's pregnant by him, and I think Horns and probably our three bigger ones. One of them's called Don't Touch Me, and the other one's the other cow. I think he got to them, and here's some of his little ones right here. Here's Ginger is the littlest one here, and the other one that's fixing to get up there, she is Miss Charlotte. That's two of Kevin's. Charlotte belongs to Cuddles, and Ginger belongs to Nellie. And then our latest and greatest little one is way out here with, we think it's a him. It's just a kind of a thinking that he's a him. Out here with his mama. If I can get up here before he takes off. His mama's name is Onyx, and haven't named him yet, but he's just like probably born Wednesday, because that's when she didn't come up for food. So anyway, we'll miss Kevin. It's a funny story. I'm an electrical contractor, and two of the guys that work for myself and my son, I'd always talk about Kevin, and they hadn't been out here to the place, and they thought I'd say Kevin did this and Kevin did that, and they thought it was my boyfriend. Well, that wasn't. So, and there's the newest addition, little bitty. Don't know for sure. Hadn't seen him pee yet. That's always a for sure sign. So that's the latest of Kevin's, and this little one right here belongs to the other cow, and it's one of Kevin's. It's a little bull calf that we haven't made into a steer yet. He's just a crossbreed, but it's nice growing little calf, and as soon as I can get them corralled, we'll take them to the vet, or the guy down the road said that he would help me have it fixed. And I don't see Sam. I don't know where Sam's at. He's kind of a little bit of an independent little guy, but I don't see where he's at. Oh, there he is. He's over here. It's kind of funny. He reminds me a lot of Kevin, just his body structure, and he's very inquisitive, and he loves my Ford. Okay, I kid you not. Every time my Ford is parked over on the caliche pad, he is over there laying in the shade. He loves it. So Sam's a Ford guy, so can't talk him out of it, but he's growing pretty fast. Nice looking little calf, but he is a mix, so we won't be retaining him. So we're good now as far as most everything's bred, with the exception of the one that just probably had hers, and the one that's expecting, of course. So anyway, let's see if we can get up here and see Sam. He's not too excitable. He's just kind of a little bit laid back. There he is. Say hi, Sam. How are you? He doesn't get too upset by me being around him. So it's kind of a fly day. And there's Mr. Milliken. He's our May surprise. His mama, the one that's I call Don't Touch Me, and he's kind of like her, went next door to Mr. Milliken's and brought us back this little one. His daddy's some big Brangus, I don't know, but he is a big calf for being born in May. So that makes him like, I don't know, 5.5, 6 months, be 6 months. Yeah, 6 months this year. This month. So this is kind of a ode to Kevin. We'll miss him. It was a hard decision, but there's all kinds of hard decisions made when you have animals, and some days it's not just even decisions, it's just obstacles. We had to take off work yesterday and process Kevin, and then tomorrow, which is Sunday, we're gonna I gotta run into town and help my son finish grinding hamburger and that kind of thing, processing. And then this morning I get in the truck to work on my chicken tractor, my portable chicken tractor that I'm building on it, and it wouldn't start. So I don't know. Life, I guess, is all about overcoming obstacles and keep moving. I remember one time, I just said it, Dad said it several times, he just tell me when things got hard, he says, there ain't no place to lay down, girl. And I guess that's my motto. There's no place to lay down. You put one foot in front of the other and you just keep moving. There are no other options. Because if you lay down, you just die there. And nothing gets done if you're just laying there. So, again, sorry it's kind of a somber video, but we'll miss Kevin. Really do. It's always hard when there's a special, we raised rabbits when the kids were little, and you know, some were special and some of them were just rabbits. And when you lose one that's special, it's just hard. It takes a little while to get past it, but we always have 3 and 1 future full-blood Dexter on the way. 3 now and 1 future, and then we've got the little ones. So thank you, Kevin, for what you added to our lives. Thank you, Susan French, for selling him to us. He was fun. He really was. He was fun. Well, have a good day and a better tomorrow. We'll catch you another time. Maybe when I get this chicken tractor built. Have a good day. Bye-bye. And after all that monologue, he's still just laying here. I'm telling you, he is a chill calf. Everybody else would have run off to someplace else.